Hello guys and welcome, and in this video we're going to be looking at just running a basic SQL injection on a web application and see how we could exploit to dump credentials from the database. So I've got here a typical website, and website appears to be selling cars, as you could see. So we've got the IP address here. So what I'm going to do right straight away is to put this into derb. So just paste that in here and see what we could come up with. So you can see we've got an admin page. Go open a link. Okay, so we've got an admin page. So we put admin, password. No lock. Okay. Okay, so the scan is finished, and we can see derb has been able to brute force additional directories on pages within this application. So we're just going to go into the application and try to see what we can do. So I could select, so we could select manufacturer Ford, view all stock probably. So go to home, view all stock. Let's see what that does. So we have all items, and we could select cars. So the thing is, once we select the car here, we can see we got this car ID parameter is 2. So if I change that to 1, we get a view of a different car. So we just put an apostrophe here and click on send, and then we get some errors. So 1 in SQL, I non-rows, and this error just tells us immediately that this application is actually vulnerable to an SQL injection. So I'm just going to copy this and run Sqlmap against that. So we have -u for, so we could just do Sqlmap help, see what we've got. So the help gives us a list of options we can use. So U for URL, and so, and we also got batch, never asks for user inputs and use default behavior. So we're going to be using that as well. But before we go into that, let's just run Sqlmap -u, put the vulnerable URL in there, and just do --dbs. So you can see he's asking for user input. So how do you want to proceed? So I'm just going to quit that and clear screen. Do that again and just go for the --batch option. So this time around, you see it continues, and it looks like the backend DBMS is MySQL. So while that is running, let's see, maybe we can exploit this manually. So if I say one or order by 1, equals 1, Okay, order by 2. Sqlmap is still running. There we go. So it's completed that phase, and it found 2 databases. So car project and information schema. So what we need to just do here is to give it the database, D car project dash dash columns, and let it run. Okay, so it found a list of columns. You can see there are lots of columns here. Probably the one we're interested in is anyone that has to do with users. So keep looking. We go anything that has to do with users. So basically, rather than going through here, we could just dump the entire database and see what we're up against. So I'm just going to put in here columns dash dash dump. See what that does. So it's found some passwords and trying to brute for the password. So we're dumping the entire database, whether there are username, passwords. So it's dumping the entire database, as we can see here. And that's it. So let's see if we were able to dump any username and password credentials. So you can see here the images, description of cars. Yeah, and there we go. We found a username called James and a password. So we have username James and a multi login passcode, Aston Martin. We also got super admin and a hash, which has been decrypted to supercars. So we can try this on the admin page we found. So we could go for admin and supercars, login. Did I type in that correctly? Let's have a look. So it's super admin, or not just admin. Okay. So super admin, paste in the password, log in, and we're logged in. So basically, very easy using Sqlmap. We have access as admin, and we could take this further to see if we could have a remote command execution on this machine. But because this machine actually is running SSH, we could try the credentials with SSH. So if we do super admin 10.10.192.168.87.130, see if we could log in. So that's our password, paste in the password, paste. no lock, permission denied. Then we could try James. Get James's password, which is Aston Martin. So James' password, paste. We're logged in as James into the machine. So ID, I'm James. So basically, that's how to use Sqlmap to conduct SQL injection, dump credentials, maybe to log in. If there's no kind of login access using SSH, you might want to see what you can do in terms of with this page which you have access to see if you can actually execute remote command code or arbitrary code in order to get a shell on the box. So this might be trying to upload a PHP web shell, executing it on the web application, and probably getting a shell. All right. So hope that explains SQL injection a bit more. Cheers.